Blessed love YouTube. What's going on? It's the boy, the Dawn Dragon, back at it again. As you can see, we're going to epic. Oh no, sorry, wrong. A death battle. Sorry. Yeah, I almost said the wrong title. Yeah, we're gonna be reacting to Death Battle. Galactus versus Unicron. Marvel vs Transformers. I don't remember who's Unicron exactly, if I'm even pronouncing his name correctly. And Galactus, the World Eater. So yeah, let's jump into this and see what's all about. Let's see who's gonna win the death battle.
Fight!
Dang.
Galactus, devourer of worlds. And Unicron, almighty chaos bringer. That's right, it's the day we've all been waiting for. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Boomstick, what is the nature of evil?
Oh, it's 3.5 beers too early for that kind of question, Wiz.
No, seriously, is the wolf that hunts the hare evil? What about the bear that kills the wolf, or the man that slays the bear? Is that evil or nature? Perhaps this...
Wait, what? I don't understand half of the stuff that you just mentioned. Wait, what? Oh, okay.
question was on Gallon of Ta's mind as he hurtled toward the end of infinity.
Hey, that old Baird video right there, that was fire when we were growing up. That thing was fire.
I'm pretty sure the question on his mind was, how do I turn this goddamn spaceship around?
Eons ago, the planet Ta was a paradise, the most advanced civilization the universe had ever known.
Too bad the universe was coming to an end. I hate it when that happens.
The Ta'an scientist Gallon watched as the rest of his race ignominiously perished and decided to die gloriously on his own terms.
By flying a ship into the sun, just like great-grandpappy Boomstick, the crazy old coot. But instead of being vaporized on contact like great-grandpappy Boomstick, Gallon got bitten by a radioactive god.
As the last living thing,
he got bitten by a radioactive god. What the... What? I didn't know this was Galactus's origin story. That is wild as hell.
Left before the universe's end, Gallon was visited by the sentience of the multiverse, who merged with him as part of a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. As the old multiverse died, a new one was born,
Silver
and
Surfer?
the scientist Gallon was no more. In his place was a being of untold power, the Ravager of Galaxies, Galactus.
Well, despite looking like a masochist giant purple vibrator, G-Dog here is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel, baby. And there's only one thing he wants to do: eat friggin' worlds.
Galactus is so unbelievably, mind-meltingly powerful that strong doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of...
Hold on, I have to go back because I saw something about saying Harold. And that is factual, actually. He is the herald of Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards is Susan and Reed Richards' son. And yes, Franklin is that gangster that he was like, I'm gonna let Galactus be my hero, huh? Remember, a hero is like Galactus's hero is the Silver Surfer. So, as this to tell you that Galactus is coming, meaning he's the messenger. Franklin is that. Franklin's like, yeah, I want him to be my hero, and he's gonna be the one that says, I'm coming to visit you, so you need to behave yourselves before I come. You send Galactus to do your work? Yo, that is wild. That is wild.
Doesn't really begin to describe him. Just being near him will begin to warp your perception of reality. In truth, he isn't even really a physical being with a soul anymore, but composed of energy itself, the power cosmic.
Basically, your all-purpose space god magic that...
Feeding, absorbing life energy to stay alive as a consumption. Basically, he's what they would call them. They made a whole movie off of it. Oh my god, I forgot. They made a Marvel movie off of it. Eternals. The Eternals is what they were basically, you know, what the heroes were, or what the whole creation to create, you know, world eating planets to have a certain amount of lives and eat them and all that other stuff. Galactus was that before they even made all that type of stuff. So, if I remember correctly, that's what Galactus's main thing was.
No good almighty ass-whooping god can go without.
Like I always say, always read the comics. Always read the comics just to get your information to see if it's right or wrong.
Sure, he can use it to blast your ass to unholy smithereens, but it's a lot more flexible, too.
Described as being in touch with every other living thing at once, the power cosmic allows one access to a near-infinite pool of knowledge and the ability to sense danger ahead of time.
I don't think there's a lot for him to be afraid of. He can manipulate matter, read and control the minds of gods, and teleport entire galaxies across the universe.
The power cosmic allows him fundamental control over life itself, manipulating souls, creating new life forms from nothing, and even resurrecting the dead. And because his body is composed of energy, he can't really be hurt in the traditional physical sense. This allows him to grow or shrink his body with seemingly no limit, and alter his appearance.
Wait. He chooses to look like that?
His physical appearance matches the species observing him, so a human sees a human Galactus, a Skrull Galactus, and so on.
Oh, so it's just like how I see the world.
What are you staring at?
What
That is
matters most to
crazy.
me in the world. Awesome.
No, not awesome. Very not awesome. At least as far as Galactus is concerned, since witnessing his approach is itself the end of the world. You would only have enough time to pray to your paltry gods before Galactus consumed your entire planet, absorbing its energy into himself, then moving on to his next meal.
Man, I guess his costume is appropriate because he sounds like a total dick. Like, come on, man. You watched your whole planet die. Now you're gonna go around the universe doing the same thing?
It's not entirely his fault. Galactus's power is so immense that the only thing that can sustain him is the consumption of entire worlds. Without this constant feeding, he would perish, just as humans would without consuming plants or other animals.
Kinda like how I hunt squirrels because I hate each and every one of them.
No, categorically the exact opposite, actually.
Squirrel Girls are one of the strongest. I don't care what anybody says. Squirrel Girl is OP. She is. Fight me about it. She is OP. Fight me. Squirrel Girl can solo.
Galactus isn't vengeful or cruel. If he could avoid any unnecessary death, he would. But just as the universe is bound by the laws of physics, Galactus is bound by his hunger.
And that hunger has put him in conflict with some of Marvel's other heaviest hitters, like Odin and the Phoenix Force. Galactus's fight with the Other and the Scryer got so intense, they threatened the entire infinite multiverse just as a side effect of the battle.
While Galactus himself can comfortably cross countless light years in seconds, some of these beings are more like abstract concepts than actual living things, many of which operate outside of linear time.
Like this alien bug dude who tried to use Galactus's energy to destroy 2 whole universes. Even after being drained by him, he still nuked 3 whole star systems before getting a snack.
Should he somehow be
Damn.
threatened by beings beyond even the scope of his power, Galactus crafted a device to solve all of his problems. The ultimate nullifier.
In case that name isn't obvious enough, it's a teeny tiny weapon that destroys anyone you think of.
It doesn't just destroy them, it destroys everything. The entire multiverse is eradicated, then recreated without the target. An extremely roundabout way of winning, but it works. That's exactly what happened.
Why is Galactus that? Damn, they made Galactus like he's like what? What? Galactus is him?
When Galactus used it on the abstract god of destruction, Abraxas.
He destroyed the god of destroying things with a Happy Meal toy. It's like my therapist said, great things come in small packages.
And the nullifier was key to Galactus' first great defeat upon his inevitable arrival on Earth.
When that pesky Reed Richards managed to get his stretchy hands on the thing, Galactus finally backed down and spared the planet.
Which makes no practical sense. The ultimate nullifier is a part of Galactus himself. It uses his own power. He can summon it at any time and even escape its effects by hiding in a pocket dimension. It even had the safety on.
Maybe he was just bored.
After billions of years of cosmic genocide just to survive, I'm pretty sure Galen forgot what it meant to be mortal. Perhaps that was the true evil all along, the slow death of Galen's humanity. Because what could be more terrifying than a being that sees everything and everyone you know and love as nothing more than his next meal?
Damn.
This episode of Death for Light and Dark, there was Unicron. Created by the formless, primordial being known as the One to explore the fledgling multiverse, Unicron instead decided to consume everything.
Dude, come on! Bad Unicron! Bad God! Bad!
The One decided to split Unicron into two beings, one of order and hope known as Primus, and the other of chaos and evil known as Unicron. Again.
Like all good sibling rivalries, they pushed each other's shit in over the fate of all existence. That is, until the goody little two-shoes Primus tricked his bro into imprisoning their souls in giant asteroids. Classic sibling prank. For me, it was the dryer.
Primus terraformed his asteroid into what would later be known as the planet Cybertron, while Unicron did something different.
Yeah, he turned his planet into a planet that eats other planets. Not only that, it can change its form into a giant badass robot Satan. He's literally the first Transformer.
And with this new body, Unicron would travel the cosmos, consuming planet after planet and universe after universe. Not necessarily because of any hunger or need, but because Unicron is the physical embodiment of death and destruction. He is literally programmed to destroy everything.
God's gotta do what a God's gotta do. And good luck trying to fight back. Uni's robot body comes with a tractor beam, eye lasers, fire breath, a chest cannon, and an antibody system in case anyone tries to pull a Drax on him.
Unicron can mentally dominate an entire race of beings, erase things from existence, warp the fabric.
So he's the embodiment of death and destruction, where Galactus is the embodiment of just, they're basically almost the same people. I don't know who came first, but I always use this as a method because a lot of people always have a problem with this. The whole, oh, this person is stronger, that person is stronger, stats and all this. Remember this. Anybody can be strong at any given moment in time. It all depends on who the author. The authors are always going to make who's going to be stronger and who's going to be weaker. What's the weaknesses? What's their strengths? What's their, like, you know. So, in anything that the death battles go for, a lot of people will be like, oh, da-da-da. If they put any fan favorite or phantom into anybody's stats, that person should already automatically lose because of one thing. The author did not canon it. Canon. The canon is the most strongest thing. The author said it is canon. It is canon. So, all these, if they're canon, cool. But I don't know if this boy's going to be running Galactus pockets like that because he's a world eater. And he doesn't care what it is. He just needs the energy source. So he might just eat him. Unicron or Omicron, or whatever the hell you want to call him name. So far he has telepath, existence insurance, astral projection, mind manipulation, corruption, resurrection, weapon creation. Like Galactus is like, okay, Unicron is an entity that is split into two. Well, there was a higher one. Split into two that, you know, the planet that you know, Decepticons and Autobots come from, and then you got Unicron that didn't even have his own people. He's just the first Transformer. Where Galactus is just like, yeah, I'm just here to eat. I'm just here to be that. And because of the Celestials and all the other people are like, yeah, we're going to give you a little bit of our power just to go have fun. Just to create chaos and do crazy things. So it's like, okay, let's see. I just want to see like the death battle and see who's going to win this out.
Of space and time, and even manipulate matter itself.
So even if his big robot body is damaged or destroyed, he can repair it lickety-split, or even send his spark out to find a new host.
Essentially the Transformers version of a soul, Unicron's spark is immensely powerful, and produces its own energy source, Dark Energon.
Unicron is so evil that he can literally turn his bad dude energy into weapons of mass destruction, like unholy blades or planet-busting lasers.
This dark energon will corrupt any that consumes it, turning them into a puppet of Unicron himself.
It's also obviously the opposite of regular energon, which is created by Prime.
But what I'm seeing right now, I see Galactus just destroying him. Yeah, he can go to another planet, or yeah, he can try to find another host, but Galactus is an entity. He's not even he doesn't even have a physical soul, if they just said that. So he can never take over Galactus. And Galactus can just basically just destroy his soul. Galactus can also, remember this, create and destroy. So he can reborn you, or he can just come destroy you. And then his device that he made that can just nullify your whole soul. I don't see this person really having a fight if you really want to. Like, he has a fight, but he's not going to have, like, the fight. Because Galactus only has to use that device and just go click and done. So, I don't know where this is going with this, why they're thinking that they have comparison so far, where I'm seeing the stats-wise.
And what fuels the Transformer race. So Unicron basically runs on the opposite of life. If he's death as a big robot, can he even be killed?
Not by any conventional means. Even the destruction of his spark isn't guaranteed to end him. He will continue to exist as a necessary force that drives the cosmos. Anytime he's destroyed, he will appear again in a new universe. In fact, almost every Unicron you've seen in movies, TV, and comics are the same Unicron.
Unicron is a literal force of nature. You can't reason with a hurricane that hates you. All you can do is see it and get the hell out of the way. But this hurricane is never gonna stop until you and everyone you know is DED dead. His mere presence drove an entire planet insane.
I was trying to be poetic before, but this is what evil is. Incomprehensible, undeniable, inescapable. You can't even wait him out. He is unbound by the concept of linear time.
The Chaos Bringer is so powerful, his mere presence wrecks the space-time continuum and can erase galaxies from existence just by strolling by.
To be clear, it isn't the force he's generating by moving that destroys things. It's his existence. His mere being is so overwhelmingly evil that the fabric of space-time...
Again, they're talking about existence. Galactus already has a thing that can destroy existences and entities. That doesn't make any sense. Like I'm saying, like if he pulls it off, I'll be very surprised. But I already seen Galactus probably winning this. I might even fully have watched this video or anything. I'm just like you guys, just watching the first time. Galactus has a device that just erases entities. Like, he has erased it at God from existence. Like, he just goes. So for this person to say, oh yeah, he just can always do that and that and this, his entity is like, Galactus has a device for that. Like, if it's canon for Galactus to have that device, I don't think this person's gonna even have like, he can't even run. Like, he's gonna run his pocket and mean like beat him down, but not really like win the battle. I don't feel like it right now, but because of the whole facts. But you might put more stats in it. You might put stuff in it. So I don't really know. Let's keep on continuing and see.
I cannot fathom Unicron's presence.
Holy dude! No wonder he was able to devour nearly a quarter of the entire multiverse, one universe at a time.
Estimates for the size of the Transformers multiverse vary, from over 15 quadrillion universes to an infinite number of universes, branching timelines, and planes of existence. And who better to portray a being who brings death to the universe than the man who gave birth to modern cinema? A final role fitting for an artist so much larger than life. Or deeply ironic that it's a feature-length toy commercial.
Yeah, the Transformers movie has always been celebrated for its excellence. I say.
Despite that unbelievable power, the Chaos Bringer's almighty rampage
through
through reality has been halted a number of times, usually due to the matrix of leadership, the essence of Primus himself, and the embodiment of all hope and light in the universe.
Are you telling me that Robo-Satan was defeated by the power of friendship? Forget beer! I'm gonna need some of that shit going straight into the vein!
As the abstract idea of evil actualized, any notion of goodness is directly antithetical to his being.
as incomprehensible to Unicron as he is to us.
But despite the best efforts of heroic Transformers like Optimus Prime, Unicron has always returned from the smoldering ashes of defeat and risen to threaten reality again.
It's his very nature.
Such as the time a united armada of Autobots, Decepticons, and an entire people created from his cells, the Minicons, tried to destroy him once and for all.
They actually succeeded in killing him, until Galvatron's hatred for Optimus brought Unicron back to life.
Because challenging Unicron means challenging evil itself, destroying destruction itself. An impossible paradox.
You can't kill Unicron because killing is literally what Unicron is. So, what does that mean for us?
Every petty act of violence, every war, every cruelty, every death battle gives Unicron life. The life he'll use to kill us all. We are culpable in our own
Again. Like, what? Okay. Okay. I'm flabbergasted. Because yes, that is strong. Yes, that is powerful. But Galactus beat a god of death. And god of destruction. So it's like, huh? That doesn't doesn't make any sense to me, because like you're probably putting stats against Galactus that is basically saying, oh yeah, like the more death battles, the more fights, the more this, the more that, he gets powerful. They succeedingly killed him. They have never succeeded to kill Galactus. Only way to kill Galactus is what? Starve him out. And that's like the hardest feat, because Galactus will just go to another planet and just eat it in an ease.
annihilation.
Unicron's not just some comic book villain. He's all there is and all there will be. He was there at the beginning and he'll be there at the end. He's a law of physics. He's as inevitable as your dying breath.
Jesus, now you got me scared.
This episode...
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data
All right,
through all
let's see who
possibilities.
wins.
It's time for the death battle you've been asking for forever!
Epic death battle of history!
As all things must, your world has come to an end.
Can we just shout out to the animators that do this damn thing? Because they're fire as fuck. Like, what? That's fire. That is fire.
Halt! This planet is mine to consume. So saith Galactus, destroyer of worlds.
Begone, thus decrees Unicron, Chaos Bringer.
The animators are just out their fucking mind. Like, they're just like, yeah, we're cracked out of our mind. Let's just have some fun with this.
Madness, so quick to pay for oblivions and...
Damn, they just both destroyed. Well, he just took the earth and just pop. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna die then. Hey,
grace.
we're gonna die anyways, because they're gonna eat us.
Oblivion.
I just created a black hole. Damn. Who the hell are these animators? Because these animators need to get paid like dumb money. Like, they need to get dumb money for this shit. This shit is crazy how good they're animating.
I am the power cosmic incarnate, not so easily felled.
Also, they didn't take consideration how Galactus is supposed to look different to Unicron. He's supposed to now look more Transformer-like ish.
Fleeing so readily, Unicron.
No devourer transforming. Beg not for mercy, behold blackening sky. Against mine chaos, even gods will die.
God is fire.
Galactus meets your challenge. Here's your goal. This world will bring destruction to it all.
God damn.
And destruction, pure finality, in first and last.
I will watch this 24/7. Like, I can watch this animation 24/7. I think I'm watching like anime, like top tier, like fight scenes on like, you know, American westernized or even like Japanese or, you know, 3D animations. Whoever the 3D animator is, he needs like $400 and $2.5 million raise every episode. Yeah, I started with 400, but you need like 2.5 million plus that $400. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know, to equal out the everything. You know what I'm saying? Because god damn, that man is phenomenon, or their team is phenomenon. Whoever they are, phenomenon.
True immortality. I have no patience left. Return thy dreams. Into the void where none may hear your screams. You know not the power which you command. Of course I do. Your death I thus demand. Finally, I have won.
I've seen your power, bringer of chaos. Yet by my vigor thou hast much need. Witness the last fate that awaits you thus. For almighty Galactus must now feed.
Yeah. I knew
We know
Galactus had to
and
win.
Unicron were beings who could manipulate reality itself and do basically anything.
Older than the universe, unbound by time, they had each other matched in a lot of ways.
So it ultimately came down to which of them was more powerful.
Both could threaten an entire infinite multiverse, but Unicron could only do so over time, devouring them one by one.
While Galactus' battle with the Scryer and the other threatened to destroy the entire Marvel multiverse as just a side effect.
Not to mention, Galactus tussles with cosmic beings like himself all the time.
While Unicron is usually the top dog in Transformers, he's a
That's why I said Franklin Richards is probably the most gangster person in Marvel history, because Galactus is his herald. He's like, yeah, I have a worldie. I have a celestial being. He is basically, Franklin Richards is a celestial being on crack.
big fish in a relatively small pond, relative to
And
Marvel.
I kind of knew that was
That
going to happen
might
anyways.
sound better for Unicron at first, but it means he has way less experience than Galactus in full-on fights against dudes his size.
And while Unicron has used Dark Energon to infect and corrupt other beings in the past, Galactus technically doesn't have a soul thanks to his cosmic rebirth from Galen. And he's fended off mental attacks before, so there's no real reason to think that would work here.
And as lame as it is, the ultimate nullifier is just really, really overpowered.
Despite Unicron being able to survive the destruction of his spark, the ultimate nullifier is significantly more thorough. Consider the time it was used against Abraxas, a being that embodied the abstract concept of the multiverse's destruction.
Sounds like somebody you know? Even against someone like that, the good old Ollie Nully had no problem erasing him from reality, and the same would happen.
So similar. Okay, weapon. Okay. Galactus was much tougher and more powerful, nearly impossible to kill traditionally. All right. Ultimate Nullifier can destroy the concepts of the being. Right there, like I told you, I kind of had a feeling that Galactus was gonna win that because of just that alone. Um, and then the thing was just one negative input: the cosmic hunger draining stamina. And then he has three negative inputs. Cannot resist the ultimate nullifier, weaker than satisfy Galactus, and harder to regenerate his body. Yeah, that's the reason why they Galactus won, because Galactus only had one weakness throughout this whole thing, is hunger. He can come to any form as well. He can go as any form as well. That's why I was very surprised they didn't make him show him like as a transformer in a way, because that's what Omicron would have probably saw him as. So, because he can go, anybody sees him how what they want to see him as. So that is just wild. That is wild. And their animator team is freaking phenomenal, because that was a fight. That was a wonderful fight. I will actually keep on rewatching that just to say like, yeah, this is like amazing. The coloring, everything. Like, oh my god. The voice acting, like they are high end. I can tell they're high end animators. And I love that for them. I love that for them.
Happened to Unicron, while Galactus could always hide in that pocket dimension, just as he escaped the nullifier before.
Unicron was an insanely terrifying threat, but Galactus had the power, experience, and arsenal to ultimately annihilate him.
If you thought Galactus was going down in this fight, you were Unicron.
The winner.
Why did I do a dad joke? Why did I do a dad joke at the end? Please. Please help me. But yes, Galactus is the winner.
Is Galactus.
The Cosmo Eater, yes. Galactus is the winner. I already knew that was like the stats that they put, the whole thing that they put for Unicron. Like he only had to really use one weapon to really fight. He didn't really have to go into all that extra detail stuff. He was just having fun because he's like, hey, I haven't had fun like this for a while, so let's just go at it. Like, all right. That is Death Battle.
Season 10's done, but Season 11 is on the way.
Damn,
thanks so much for watching.
That's the end of
Special
Season 10.
thanks to our channel members for being champions this year. Get ready for more Death Battle in 2024.
Okay, that was the ending Death Battle. That is their last Death Battle for this year. Next year is the next one. Yeah, my breakdown, I already knew Galactus was gonna win because how they break down the stats and how they broke down like his powers. Like they said, the only way Galactus will lose is if you starve him out. If you're not starving him out, you're not going to be able to win that. Another way is actually Galactus did die one time. He did die. And how he died was kind of weird, and it was kind of odd. He died in the zombie verse, the zombie multiverse. It was a zombified Galactus. Yes, that did happen, and I think that was canon because that was during that whole universe, that multiverse where everybody was a zombie, and that was one of the few times that you actually saw Galactus died. But somehow Galactus came back to life and just went snap of a finger and just like, okay, I'm back, guys. What's going on? I'm normal. Huh? What? If I remember correctly, reading a book here and there, or hearing somebody saying, but see, as he, she say, you can't really tell. You got to read the book. You got to go and read the book. You got to see if the author says canon or not canon. If the author says canon, it's canon. If the author says not canon, it's a no-go. And it has to be no voided because of the fact that fans are always going to try to make their favorite thing stronger than what it is. I'm sorry to say that, believe me. But if the author says it is fully canon and I support it, and it is something that I would write in my book, and make sure it is written in his book at the end of the day, that's how you got your facts and your stats. So, yes, that was Death Battle, Galactus versus Unicron, Marvel versus Transformers. Winner, Galactus. I knew it from like the moment where they're talking about Unicron and how he was slowly approaching death. I mean, destruction and death and stuff. And he gets powerful the more and more he does it. Yeah, but Galactus has already destroyed the embodiment of destruction and death, technically, if you want to go like that. If you want to just say destruction, then the god of destruction, the cosmic god of destruction, erase him from existence by just a machine. So, yeah, that's all. Peace out. The Dawn's Dragons out.